Good morning, India. How is everyone doing today? My name is Meena Dalwani, and I am a career coach with Destination CEO, a social enterprise that helps newcomers and international students in Toronto get their dream career started. I'm doing a special segment for all of you out there in India for a few reasons. One, because many of you have been writing to me and asking me to help you find you a job here. Unfortunately, I don't do immigration, so I would not be the right person who can help you get a job here whilst you are in India. But if you had your permanent residency, or if you were planning to come to Toronto, Canada, I would be able to help you. The other reason why I'm hosting this show, and I have a very, very special guest with me today, is because many of you, the way you're reaching out with so many spelling mistakes from India, with, not knowing what is the real right way of reaching out to a recruiter or to an industry leader, it's not really helping you. And I speak to a lot of employers over here, and सब लोग यही कहते हैं कि यार इंडिया से जब लोग मैसेज करते हैं या बाहर से, इवन यहाँ पे आप आके जब लिंक्डइन पे पहली दफा एम्प्लॉयर्स को मैसेज करते हैं, it has been not that professional standard. So with me today, I have a very special guest who has a phenomenal story, and he's right there in Mumbai, and he does a lot of amazing stuff. So why don't I bring him online with me, and you can hear everything about him. Hey, Doc Don, how are you?
Hi, Meena. I'm excellent.
I am
How
so
are you doing?
excited. I'm amazing. I'm so excited that we're doing the show together, and it's the first time that I have an international guest all the way from India on my show. So thank you so much. And see, कनाडा में 12:30 पौने 1 बजे हैं रात के, और आपके वहां सुबह के 10 बजे हैं, तो
Correct.
इतना लेट में आप खास इंडियंस के लिए शो कर रही हो. After
Oh,
all.
wow. I mean, I think, first of all, thanks for to you and to Destination CEO. And I know the time differences are huge. However, I would say thanks on behalf of every student that you are reaching out to and helping them out. And I've been looking for this. You remember we were discussing कि करना है मीना करना है, and finally हम लोग कर रहे हैं. So I'm pretty excited about this as well.
I know, आधा घंटा पहले डिसाइड किया और हम लोग ऑनलाइन हैं, so here you go. It's called impulsive, but actually, I mean, the reason why I have been thinking about doing this is because I have a lot of friends in India, and being an Indian myself, I've had a tough start when I came to Canada in the beginning. और मेरे जो दोस्त हैं इंडिया में, कुछ academic sector में है, कुछ a lot of employees and a lot of people that are reaching out. मैं सुन रही हूँ कि new graduates वहाँ पे काफी depressed हैं, suicide rates बढ़ रहे हैं, और एक huge obviously COVID की वजह से huge pandemic और challenges का situation चल रहा है. Sorry यार, मेरी हिंदी इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, but I'm trying. And of course, being an Indian, पहली language Hindi है, but everybody knows English, so think about that. So I hope that our show helps, and specifically your journey, which is so exciting. So for those of you who are connecting with us for the first time, Abhishek Dawn I know him as Dr. Don. And the first time I met Abhi was when he was the doctor for my father, who had a terminal illness, and he was taking care of him. And from there to Doc Don became a marketing guru, traveled half of the world, I think, because of his marketing. So he's had a very interesting journey. And today it's all about marketing, how to market yourself as a new grad, as a job seeker, regardless of which part of the world you are. आप इंडिया में हो कि आप कनाडा में हो कि आप दुबई में हो, आप कहीं पे भी हो, you know, job search is job search. थोड़ा सा ट्वीक इधर उधर होता है तो पता करते हैं कि इंडिया में कैसे चल रहा है. So अभी, why don't you tell our audience who you are, what you do, and currently, and how did you get into what you're doing?
Wow, long journey. I guess 13 years.
Yes.
Let me start. First of all, yes, I did my graduation in the medical field. However, after few years, I think आपको लगता लगता है कि आप जब कुछ काम शुरू करते हैं तो पहले बहुत आप खुश होते हैं कोई नया नया है, बट जैसे जैसे वो चीज़ें बदलने लगती है एंड द मोर यू गेट इनटू दैट थिंग, you realize maybe there is something not made for you, so you want to change your job. That's exactly something happened with me, though this change happened quite accidentally. So I thought, after my I did my graduation in Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery, and I was working with a lot of doctors at a lot of hospitals. However, that was not something which made me satisfied. I wanted to get into more research based and more things where the education that I have, the knowledge that I have gained, will be applicable for the society. And just by
Mhm.
practicing, it was not making me happy. So I was seeking for something to do different in terms of public health sector. In that point of time, I thought, I used to live in a small town in India called Nasik, which is no longer small, but at that point of time it was small, and there was a lot of less number of opportunities in terms of finding good education. So for that, I left Nasik and I went to Pune. And now, while in Pune, I was always a very independent person, financially as well, and I never wanted to take help from my father. So I thought I should do a part-time job and I should study. And that's how, to get into a part-time job, I got a I seek a help from my friend, and he suggested that why don't I join this company called Communicate 2,
Mhm.
which is today known as iProspect, and which is part of Dentsu Aegis network. Uh, so I joined. I went and gave interview. I joined. It was absolutely like बस पैसे कमाने हैं, मुझे ताकि मैं पढ़ाई कर सकूँ 6 बजे तक नौकरी उसके बाद studies. But somehow I think the journey started there, and at that point of time the entire digital marketing was absolutely new, and even nobody knew what exactly is digital marketing. Whatever study material was available through online, maybe from US or from some other European country, but nothing in India. So we got training on the job while we were working as well, and this is how the digital marketing journey started. Then I think over, since in the last 10 to 12 years that I have been in digital marketing, now I enjoy it. Now it's a passion for me. Now it is no longer a profession for me. So the most important thing that I have realized, and it's a real I would like all of them to hear, that it is not about what professional degree you are getting. It is more important that you should have passion about that thing that you are doing. सी आई डिड माई मैंने डॉक्टर बन गया। आज भी मॉम डैड कहते हैं कि अगर तू डॉक्टर बन के प्रैक्टिस करता तो शायद बहुत ज्यादा पैसे कमाता। बात पैसे की नहीं है, बात है पैशन की। यू शुड एंजॉय द वर्क यू आर डूइंग। इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू मेक दैट वर्क फन, you'll never go ahead in your life. So that's where I started with Communicate 2. Then I joined Omnicom Media Group. Then I'm currently I just joined ByteDance few days back, and now I'm part of the ByteDance India team as well. So it is all about passion. It is all about the fun you have to bring to your work. And trust me, I mean, I may be a doctor, but today I'm one of the best in the field. Today, I'm so passionate about the things that I do. That in a room filled with 250 people, if I raise my hand and I say I have a question, that person on the podium may be a Googler, but he'll know, yes, Don has asked this question. So you have to, it's not about becoming, just to deliver, go to office, do your job, come out. No, it is also about uh, bringing the best out of it. Don't try to just work because you have to work. Try to pull all your heart and soul in it. Trust me, you will be successful, and you don't have to worry about whether you are in India, whether you are in Canada, whether you are in Europe. It doesn't matter. Today, even if you are an Indian, you have the knowledge, everybody will respect you. Today, respect is for the knowledge you have, respect is for the passion you have, and respect is not for the country of origin that you have. So don't worry about this. Please take your don't worry. Also, I understand that at this in this point of time, as Meena mentioned, I suppose we are talking to a lot of bunch of freshers and fresh graduates. Don't get bogged down by all this pandemic. Trust me, I don't know, it is my belief, and that's how I'm surviving this last 6 months. Make a bubble around yourself, make your world. You don't have to think about what's happening outside this world. Just think about yourself. Think you're going to do it, and you will do it. Just think positive. We all are facing, it is just not you. Even the tenured guys, they are also facing a lot of issues. So everybody is facing a lot of issues at this point of time. But don't worry, things are going to get better, and just feel happy about whatever you're doing at this point of time. Yeah, Meena.
So Don, let's go back a little bit. There's a huge myth about, in India especially, हमारे खुद के कल्चर में कि बेटा बेटा हो तो डॉक्टर इंजीनियर ऐसे ही फील्ड्स में जाना है और you have you were a doctor and uske baad you went into marketing. So I remember us talking about it and I would always kid with you. पर उसको भी काफी साल हो गए आई थिंक ऑलमोस्ट 10 साल हो गए राइट तो ये डिसीजन to go into marketing was a tough one considering you were already established and working as a doctor. तो ऐसा भी नहीं कि आपकी जर्नी आप सिर्फ पढ़ाई कर रहे थे आप एक्चुअली डॉक्टर बने आपने थैंक यू आपने मेरे डैड का भी बहुत ख्याल रखा और उसके बाद आपने डिसाइड किया कि आप मार्केटिंग में जाना चाह रहे हैं और वो भी इतना नीश लाइक डिजिटल मार्केटिंग एट दैट टाइम वाज लाइक यू सेड देयर weren't many people, right? How did you get your first job? You mentioned a little bit, but freshers को आजकल बहुत तकलीफ हो रही है नौकरी ढूंढने में. तो as a fresher, did you get a reference? Because वो time पे LinkedIn भी इतना active नहीं था.
Yeah, I guess. I think LinkedIn or any social media is अभी नया नया आया है. इसके वजह से everybody is like इस social media पे रहो, उस social media पे रहो. तब I don't think नौकरी भी इतना और any job portal was not a fad at that point of time. We didn't have anything. I think the most important thing, Meena, which we have to remember is the human network. Try and keep a network of people, some of your peers, some seniors, some juniors. Don't underestimate any individual in your network. That's the most important key. So when I mentioned I reached out, I landed in Pune, and I was there to study. However, I realized uh, that I need to work as well to survive. I cannot be dependent on my parents for money and everyday expenses, and that's what drove me to go out and reach out to my friends. I said, "Guys, I need help. I need to find," and that's how I landed my first job. Yes, reference is important, but I'll give you one bad example. Trust me, LinkedIn doesn't help. It's my personal experience. All my jobs are through personal contacts. It's not through references. So LinkedIn में जाके आप किसी HR को follow करोगे. Rather, I'll say let's stalk one HR, and then you reach out to that HR. Hardly anybody responds. Nobody cares to respond. I
इंडिया
don't know
में.
why. India में, yes, India में. Uh, Nobody responds, Meena. And you see a proper ad by them. You see LinkedIn में job position, and then posted by so and so person. You reach out to them, say hi, this is me, I have so many years. You write like almost like a cover letter for them, but they don't respond. I don't know why. But you go to their timeline, बड़े बड़े से कहानियां लिखी है कि मैंने ये किया है, मैं ये करता हूँ, मैंने रिक्रूटमेंट के लिए ये किया है, न्यू जॉइनिंग्स के लिए ये किया है. I feel it's just a social media stunt. I don't like LinkedIn. LinkedIn for me today has become just to know what's happening in my industry. That's all. It's like a news portal for me. So most important thing, reference, yes. And how do you get reference? You get reference only through your personal contacts. So start maintaining and developing your social network, your professional network. That is going to help. For example, I'll give you one example. I think Symbiosis. I took few guest lectures last year at Symbiosis, or maybe a year back. But then what I realized, those people, they're very well connected with each other. एक को job मिलता है ना, they'll refer another person. The other person will refer another person. So it's like a viral strategy. कि मुझे job मिलेगा तो I'll refer you. So try and building such network with your own peers. If you have friends, talk to them, help each other out. If you know some senior, see, I am here at this point of time. You can please reach out to me. What I've started doing is I started tagging wherever I see a job opening. I start tagging people, or just start commenting on it so that my entire network can see. Everybody is not as helpful or friendly as I am. I don't say that it is just because they are not. There may be some reason behind it. But yes, you have to make your professional network offline as well. Only online networks won't help. And yeah, Mira. So I think that's how my friends have always helped me find a good job.
So I guess the biggest tip you want to give is don't be as dependent on social media versus build your peer network. तो अगर आप अभी इस वक्त कॉलेज में हैं या आप ग्रेजुएट हो रहे हैं तो आप देखें कि आपके peers क्या कर रहे हैं, अपने आपके दोस्त कहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं, उनसे बात कीजिए. और दूसरा, the other aspect that Don did bring out was very interesting, is reach out to your alumni network. So alumni को आप मैसेज करें, and जो आपके पार्ट टाइम फैकल्टी है, गेस्ट लेक्चरर्स हैं जो आते हैं, उनसे आप कनेक्ट कीजिए और उनसे आप ask them for guidance, ask them for advice on job search. So that's an interesting aspect, because in Toronto, Don, the LinkedIn is 95% of recruitment is done through LinkedIn. But people should know how to use LinkedIn and how to use LinkedIn effectively, right?
Correct.
And be very mindful of the approach that they take. Because in many cases, for example, even myself, I get hundreds of emails, and half of them are from job seekers in India. And they reach out to me, and their concerns, they always send me their resume with their entire personal details. I'm so and so. I'm looking for a job with this. Can you? Most of the time, they're like, "Can your company hire me?" Well, my company is a coaching company. I don't hire. Um, I don't hire engineers and IT people, or, I don't hire people, and I don't provide sponsorships, right? So I guess every country has a different way of job search, and social media can be used effectively. And specifically in terms of India, is to find out who works where and learn about their profiles. right?
Right.
Um, so let's talk specifically about Mumbai. You work for an advertising agency. You've also won numerous awards I have seen. In fact, I think that your picture on LinkedIn also has an award picture. You've gone to Google's head office, right? Tell us a little bit about your experience in digital marketing, and if I'm graduating um, from a college as a fresher, what would be a couple of things that I should do in order to get a job with a company like yours?
Uh, okay. So I think the first thing is the colleges, wherever you are graduating from, whether you are just a normal graduate or you are doing a post MBA grad. The honest fact is nobody's going to teach you digital marketing. You cannot have a theoretical knowledge about digital marketing. Digital marketing is so dynamic. It is always practical to have that knowledge. Even today, me heading the entire paid media business, there are so many things I might not know, and it is pretty obvious because it's the dynamic nature of the business. However, what I would like to tell to all the fresh graduates, especially if you are not MBA grad, you are coming out of just your BCom, MCom, or something, sorry, not MCom, BCom or anything like that. Uh, I know money is important, but if you are getting an internship and it says that it is not paid, don't worry, just get into it. It sometimes look at the larger picture. आज पैसे नहीं मिल रहे मुझे मालूम है, but कल जाके when you actually start getting into the payroll, you'll get a good amount of money. आज जितने मीना, this is the fact, the IT professionals in India, they don't get that much paid, or people who are very highly skilled, uh, but digital marketing people are getting well paid in India. सो आज पैसे शायद कम मिले हो सकते, सी आई टेल यू फ्यू नेम ऑफ फ्यू एजेंसीज एज वेल जो लोग फ्रेशर्स हायर करते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल द एंटायर डेंसू एजेंस नेटवर्क, especially iProspect. Then there is Sokrati, which is again part of Dentsu right now. Sokrati hires interns and freshers. So reach out to these people. Look, if you are in India, uh, use LinkedIn as a resource to research. You will reach out and you will see these people. They specifically mention that hiring freshers, hiring interns. Join them, learn things. You may know the textbook knowledge of digital marketing, but you need the hands-on experience to understand the platforms well. The platforms are also evolving day and I mean, like each day there is some change, so you have to have that hands-on experience. That's the first thing. Second thing, assume that you come out of an MBA business school and then you get a job. Don't worry. Uh, there are good people in this industry. The average age of this industry, I suppose, would be maybe 45. So they're still young. Yeah, they're not very old people in the digital marketing. So what happens is all of them are maybe 10 years older or maybe 15 years older than you. They are but still very young at heart like me. So they will be happy to teach you. So yes, do a good research about who is hiring freshers and who is hiring interns. Maybe paise nahi mile, but so I'll give you example. Madison, was working with Madison, and we had an intern. हम लोगों ने उसको ज़्यादा पैसे नहीं दिए, but the kind of experience and the kind of exposure he got, I'm sure when he starts, and we are also ready to look into him as a full-time employee with us. So there are chances. It depends on, again, the most important thing. Even if you are an intern, it also is important that you show that you have the willingness to learn. You show that you have the willingness to make this as a full-time career. Don't go there just to chill, warm your seats and come back. Don't do that. Don't have that attitude. And trust me, all the digital marketing agencies are very chilled. Like I know wherever I have worked, I never had like my boss sitting on my head looking into my computer and looking what I'm doing. No, no one does it. We don't like it. It's a very young and youthful environment. You will love it, but provided you have to show that you really want to be part of it. That's the most important.
So if I get this right, interns in India are not paid because in Canada internship is paid. So
Not all places, correct. Not all places.
so right now COVID है, पूरी दुनिया बंद है. And you know what? Even though Toronto में we are in the third phase of the pandemic and many offices are opening, still, I think more than 50% of the offices have decided that they're not going to open doors. Many of them have actually sold off their infrastructure and they are going to be working from home. कुछ सितंबर में शायद खुलेंगे, कुछ दिसंबर में, but mainly people are saying कि मई से पहले कोई कुछ नहीं खुलने वाला है. Right? So जब तक वायरस का एंटीडोट नहीं आएगा तब तक ये सिचुएशन है. बट क्योंकि इस वक्त कंपनीज आर सेविंग मोर by letting you work from home, I think that this would be the best time for you as a fresher to be a giver, to reach out to organizations to say, because organizations are financially hurting. And like Don's saying, right, certain industries are growing and making a lot of money. Certain industries are hurting. But you know that even the fact that those industries are hurting, they're eventually going to come back. Once the pandemic is over, everybody's going to come back to business. So agar, for example, आपको अगर marketing में जाना है और किसी बड़ी agency में काम करना है, तो इस वक्त reach out to those companies that are hurting and offer your services, offer your education, your skills for free, and try to solve the challenges that they're having. Because the experience that you get solving those challenges could very well be the experience that will get you into the big organizations and agencies, just like Don's talking about. And like Don said, okay, LinkedIn is picking up. So Abhi, LinkedIn is in Canada, it's 95%, right? Most of the hiring is done in through LinkedIn. But शायद अब इस वक्त इंडिया में इतना नहीं है. But use this resource to look up people, to find out where they are, what they do, what their profile is. Google them and understand their background and reach out to them, right? Phone तो आप कर सकते हैं, direct emails भी कर सकते हैं, and there are many ways to research. Like Don saying कि अगर आपको digital marketing में जाना है, he's a phenomenal contact. I know that when my niece was looking for a job in Mumbai and she's an iOS software developer, I had reached out to Don and asked him if he could recommend. So start building your connections. हम लोग यहाँ कनाडा में बोलते हैं your network is your net worth, right? So build your connections with your peers, build your connections with your faculty, with the guest lecturers, with with your alumni, so that you can use those connections and you can start working towards your career. देखिए, it's very simple. अगर आप ये बोल के बैठ जाएंगे कि कोविड है, पेंडेमिक है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, मैं घर पे बैठा हूँ या मैं घर पे बैठी हूँ, राइट? तो ये आपने डिसीजन बना लिया है, कोई भी आपको हेल्प नहीं कर सकता, राइट? बट अगर आप अपने आप को थोड़ा डिस्कम्फर्ट में डालेंगे, आप अपना गोल खुद बनाएंगे कि मैं 6 महीने के अंदर या 3 महीने के अंदर मैं ये स्किल्स ग्रो करूंगा या करूंगी और मैं आगे मूव करूंगी. You will be able to do it. Destination CEO हमारा tagline है, you are the CEO of your destiny. So believe in yourself and push yourself to move forward. हाँ, थोड़ा discomfort है, rejections तो is part of life, right? Don क्या बोलता है?
Oh, Meena, I would need another session to talk about rejections.
Have you had any?
Oh, yeah, a lot. Uh, uh, I'll be one more. I'll state one more fact. Your I mentioned it earlier as well, but now I'm again stating it today. I'm not a MBA. I do not hold any degree from a business school, but I'm heading a department, and MBA grads are working under me. So don't feel left out. MBA is not the final destination. You have, again, I'm quoting, you have to be passionate about what you are doing. You will reach the very high scales of your career. So don't feel left out. So I mean, why this MBA came, because of this. I was rejected because I have experience but I don't have a degree. So don't feel left out. I still, look at me, I'm laughing, I'm smiling, I'm doing great. I'm I'm going to Google office. And recently I also became the black belt certified person, the first batch of India. So
Oh my God, congratulations.
thank
This
you,
is
thank you.
amazing.
So don't give up, don't give up.
मुझे तो पता भी नहीं था कि गूगल में भी ब्लैक बेल्ट होता
Google में भी आ गया. So
है.
don't give up, don't give up. And don't let anything come in between your dreams. You like it, just keep following it. Maybe sometimes the roadblock is larger than what you expect, but uh, कुछ नहीं होता यार. हम लोग अल्टीमेटली वही जाएंगे जहाँ पे हम चाहते कि हमें जाना.
So give us a tip how to overcome rejection. How
uh,
did you personally overcome rejection? I know that you have eventually plans to do your MBA, but जब भी आपको ऐसे reject करते हैं for your dream jobs, how do you overcome it? What do you do?
I think the first reaction is to I keep quiet. I just start with acceptance. Acceptance is very important, even in rejection. So I sit down and I introspect what the cause of the rejection. And if the rejection, the causes are within my control, I'll try and change it. I cannot go and get a MBA degree overnight. So I don't care about it. So divide the causes. It's very important that you break your causes of good, bad, everything, and see if things which are under your control, change them, you'll feel good. If you can't control and change them, don't think about it. But yes, you have to accept that there is a rejection. You cannot feel always sad. Sadness is just for 1 hour. You feel sad, you cry, you weep, you go and call your parents, you go and call your girlfriend, boyfriend, you call your mom, dad, everybody. That do it just for 1 hour, max to max 2 hours. उसके बाद उसके बारे में सोचना नहीं. Think कि अभी अच्छा ठीक है ये हो गया ना, where else, start applying again. So this is how I overcome my rejection.
See, at the end of the day, job search is job search. थोड़ा सा technique different होता है, different parts of the world. But at the end of the day, you know, it's opportunities are connected with people.
Yeah,
And it's the people that you need to start connecting with and build your net worth.
correct,
So
correct.
if there's one thing that you want to, 3 tips I want to give you, and then I'm going to ask Don what would be a couple of tips that you want to give, he would like to give. So one, start looking around you on reach out to organizations that are hurting and become a giver. So reach out and say, this is who you are, these are your skills, and this is how you can help them if they need help. So make a list, maybe on a weekly basis, to try to reach out to 10 companies and ask them if they would like your help. And like Don said, be an intern. Second, step out of your comfort zone. I know कि पूछना किसी से job मांगना या internship मांगना, it's difficult because we're used to just sending out our resumes, our CVs, right? But अगर आप और भारत की सारी जनता, all the graduates are going to do the same thing, तो मित्रों क्या होगा? थोड़ा सा चेंज करें. Or third thing is people will resist because let's say you're reaching out to somebody and you're saying मैंने एक दफा मैसेज किया, 2 दफा मैसेज किया, उनका जवाब नहीं आया. आपको क्या पता कि उनकी जिंदगी में क्या हो रहा है? जिस तरह आपकी जिंदगी अफेक्ट हुई है कोविड की वजह से और पेंडेमिक की वजह से, शायद उनकी जिंदगी भी अफेक्ट हुई है। शायद वो जब घर से काम कर रहे हैं, उनके पास बेबी सिटर्स नहीं है, उनके छोटे बच्चे हैं, या शायद उनकी नौकरी चले गई है, शायद ऑफिसेस में एक कंफर्ट था, बट घर पे वो कंफर्ट नहीं है। यू नेवर नो कि दूसरों की जिंदगी में क्या हो रहा है। यू ओनली नो कि आपकी जिंदगी में क्या हो रहा है। सो डोंट फोकस ऑन थिंग्स that are out of your control. What is in your control is reaching out to people. What is in your control is sending out those applications. What is in your control is connecting with the people and sharing your story, sharing your goals, sharing what it is that you're trying to achieve. You reach enough people. You only need one yes, right? Just one yes. And there are so many amazing people like Abhishek Don over here, right? And I will be reaching out to more of my contacts in India and in different parts of the world and doing these shows. And I think Abhi's going to come back again to do another show with us, a more structured show, because इस वक्त honestly मैंने इस बेचारे को कोई वक्त ही नहीं दिया। मैंने जस्ट कॉल किया और कहा डॉक चलो शो करते हैं। So those are three of my tips that I would give you. Abhi, 3 tips or 2 tips that you would like to give to job seekers in India right now, who are maybe freshers, who are struggling with believing in themselves.
I think the first thing I would give them is uh, their resume. Don't write resumes which are like you're writing a thesis about yourself. Keep it short and precise. I cannot go through 4 pages of what have you done, not minute details. So keep it as precise as possible. Second thing, if you are reaching out to somebody, try to sound
Oh my
humble.
God, that is so interesting. So we are going to one-page resumes here.
I think second thing is try to be humble. Sound humble even on your verbal communication. It is very important. As Meena correctly mentioned, there are many times people reach out and they're reaching out as if they're giving me order about helping me. Boss, I can't help you every time. So you have to be humble and be honest. If you know something, you know something. Very. If you don't know something, just say I don't know. You don't have to fake it because I know. I'll ask you one question and I'll know how much truth and how much fake you are. So don't fake things because the person who is going to interview you, he knows way much and he has more practical knowledge than you have. So whether you have a 1 year experience or you are absolutely fresher, be humble. Try learning how to write proper CVs. Don't write essays. And thing third is be honest. That's all more than it. And obviously, you have to have passion about it. Make sure somebody, that one person, will definitely say yes to you. Meena, you have something to add?
I don't know if it's your connection or mine, but your voice was cracking. So no, I think I loved what you said, and yes, uh, regardless of what you think that the world revolves around you, it doesn't. And I'm saying this to job seekers: be humble in your asks. And I've noticed that when I receive emails from people uh, that are new to Canada or outside from Canada, there is that expectation कि भैया आपने message किया है तो I have to respond, and that doesn't work. And I'm glad that Abhi you said that. Humility, authenticity is extremely important. So that's for our show. Thank you so much, Abhishek. Thank you so much for being on the
Thank
show
you,
with
Meena.
me today. Guys, I know for my Canadian connections, yes, this is very, very late. But for India, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. And I hope that you were able to take away some important tips. We'll be back again at another time. Before I sign off, I do want to share with everybody that Destination CEO is an organization in Canada, and we help job seekers that are new to Canada, that are freshers like yourself. Our courses are all virtual, so we offer it all online and it's open to anybody and everybody. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because we are going to be having an empowerment week starting from next week. So from August 10th, we are going to be having an empowerment week और आपके इंडिया में रात के 10 बजे I will be having every single day a live show with different groups of people. So on Monday, for instance, we have a women empowerment group. So leaders, women leaders in Toronto that are making a difference. And we will be giving out a lot of information on how you can increase and empower yourself during these times, specifically in job search. So if you're not connected with me, please connect with me on LinkedIn or on YouTube so that you can join us. It's an absolutely free session. It is going to be every single day, Monday to Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time. On the other hand, to celebrate Independence Day, we are having an entire day of master sessions. So इंडिपेंडेंस डे तो आप फ्री होंगे अगर आप हमारे साथ वो शाम बिताना चाहते हैं इंडिया का शाम you're welcome. Connect with me on LinkedIn so that you will get alerted, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. So when we go online, you get alerted. Thank you so much. And
Thank
Abhishek,
you.
again, thank you so much for your time. Really
No problem.
appreciate all of
It
the
was an
wonderful
honor.
tips. And we'll do this again, right?
Yeah, sure. More structured.
Thank you so much. Have a good
Bye
day.
bye. Have a good day. Bye.